What's up? It's Skippy. How are you? What's going down? Um, I had a coupon. I got some burgers, and I want to talk about some stuff. First of all, I'm gonna throw this out there. Um, Women, I love you. I love you. I love women. I was lucky enough to be brought up in a household without a toxic male for a father. I was just talking about to my buddy who just came over. He bought some weed off of me about how my dad is the Mr. Rogers of our neighborhood because they all know him as Mr. Elliott. And kids come over because they know he has a big bowl of candy. You know what my dad does? They'll come over and they'll be like, Mr. Elliott, can I have some candy? And my dad will go, well, I didn't hear you say please. And then they'll be like, Mr. Elliott, may I please have some candy? Well, I don't know. I didn't get a phone call from your parents saying that you could because I don't want to mess up your, dinner or anything. So I will give you some candy if you go to your parents, tell them you want some candy, have them give me a call and say it's okay. Then it happens. My dad gets a phone call from the parents. Kids come back over. Mr. Elliott, can I have some candy? And my dad will be like, I didn't hear you say please. My dad is he's a great guy. And I'm very fortunate that I have a phenomenal dad in my life. And, yeah, he's just, I'm so glad that, because I had a bunch of, a bunch of dudes growing up whose dads were like, I failed at my dream, so I'm going to try to live my dream through you, blah, 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 whatever. But I'm lucky enough that my dad taught me to respect women because my dad him and my mom are the only people they've ever been with. I know it sounds crazy. I tell everybody, I'm like, if you want the most beautiful definition of conservatism with my family, you can start with my family. I'm technically from a conservative family. My mom and dad have known each other since they were like 14 years old. They've been best friends forever. They've been married, 50 some odd years. They love each other dearly. They go on dates all the time, and it's so cute. And, and I was brought up in a household that respected women, even though my mom is the reason I go to therapy. But anyhow, I love my dad. I love my mom, but she's difficult. But we won't go into difficulty. But I love my dad. I love them both. My mom got mad at when I told her that I couldn't trust her, though, because I told her the only people in life that I trust are my father and my Aunt Marty. And my Aunt Marty passed away, unfortunately, but she got all bent out of shape because I said I couldn't trust her, and I can't. She's given me every reason not to, and, well, I'm not going to butter that biscuit and say, oh, yeah, Mom, I totally trust, because I don't. When I got thrown in jail, she told me that she would have let me rot in there. And I'm like, oh, thanks, Mom. You're mother of the year. Way to go. Mother, so encouraging, okay? Like, I tell my therapist this, and this is one of the things that pisses me off, but I wrote a book. I'm not going to talk about it because I'm not happy with it because it got stolen off of me, okay? Needless to say, I published a book, all right? And my mom has never read it. And this is the thorn in my side and the knife in my back. She will tell me about some god-awful right-wing Fox News book that she just got done reading, and she's never read my novel. I'm her son, and she's reading some garbage fucking right-wing trash rag pornography. Whatever. Like I said, she's the reason I go to therapy. Thanks, Mom. But I respect women. I love women. As I always say, you keep me from being gay. Thank you. But one thing I'm starting to notice is a trend going on. I saw this. A lot more women are homeowners than men are. And I was like, really? Why is that? I'm going to have to say it has a lot to do with men. You're not as great as you think you are. There you go. I said it. You're not as great as you think you are. It amazes me, you know? Because, like, here's the thing. It's like, women will ruin you. Men. Happen in the Garden of Eden. It'll happen in your relationships. I'm just letting you know. I'm not saying women are awful or anything like that or blah, 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 blah. Please forgive me if you think that way. I'm just saying women have... They got to figure it out. And good for them. They're educated. They're OnlyFans models if they can't get educated. Or maybe they're OnlyFans models because they're getting educated. But either way, they're getting educated. And they're getting money. And they're investing it. And good for you, women. Good for you. Keep doing what you do. Because there's an epidemic. Oh my God. Men are so weak right now. Okay? I say that as someone who will never purchase, only ridicule anybody who takes an alpha male class. You, sir, are a loser. Boom. If you think these alpha male assholes are role models, the truth is you're just weak. You are just weak as fuck. I'm going to tell you, okay? We got all these right-wing conservative assholes, these toxic alpha males, telling you how to be a man. All right. I'm going to tell you about a man. All right? My dad. You toxic alpha male pricks. You wish you could take lessons from my dad on how to be an actual man. Matter of fact, I myself, if I were half the man my father is, I'd be a midget. No, my dad, okay. My dad, born Jewish in the 40s, grew up being called Jew boy, being, racially, inconvenience from other assholes. My dad would tell me stories. When he was a paperboy, get jumped by dudes, steal his paperboy money. My dad's been through some shit. My dad, when he was 14 years old, got hit by a car. Put him out of commission. Crippled the poor kid. His mom, my grandma, did the Jewish martyr thing and just fed him. And fed him and fed him until my dad was 400 pounds. This is when my mom fell in love with him. My dad got tired of being 400 pounds. By the time he was like 17, 18, he was tired of being 400 pounds. So you know what he did? Ate salad and went to the gym religiously. You know what happened to my dad? In a few years, he went from Kool-Aid Man to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, I can't find it, but there's this picture of my pop in front of a 61 Chrysler Crown Imperial. Just got his gun stacked. His chest is out to here. Like, all right. My dad was a power lifter growing up. Because when you get that big at such a young age, you carry around that much weight, that's going to put muscles on your body. I'm not recommending childhood obesity to anyone, but it worked for my father. Do you figure as he's big, he's developing big muscles to help with his weight. So by the time my dad was like 22 years old, my dad, his lifting coach was a wrestler. He became a wrestler, but he was just some dude that he met when he was in the military. A guy named Bruno Sammartino. Bruno was a great guy. He was from a family. It's because of my father knowing Bruno Sammartino that I got to meet Andre the Giant when I was 8 years old. Got that going for me, huh? Andre Giant, Bobby the Brain Heenan, and that other guy. Bruno. Forgot. It was Bruno. But anyway, when I was 13, my younger brother and I used to fight all the time. So my dad came up with this brilliant idea. Give these kids boxing gloves. Let them go in the ring. Beat the shit out of each other. So that's what we did. There was a place called St. A's. St. Anastasia's, I think it was called. It was this lifting club in the basement of a church. My dad had been in the powerlifting scene for decades. As soon as they found a new cheap gym, they were all over it. So my dad would go, we'd go beat the shit out of each other in a boxing ring, and my dad would go lift with his buddies. My dad, his nickname growing up was Big Si. That's why I call him when I call him up on the phone. I'm like, yo, what's up, Big Si? Big Si was exactly that. Originally, he was a big fat kid, and then he became Big Si. My dad, like I said, was at the gym. His buddies were egging him on. Come on, Big Si, come on. That's when they put every fucking plate in the gym on the Olympic bar, and there's my dad with his buddies. Excuse me. I watched my dad bench press 560 pounds in front of me. You know, no big whoop. Just almost 600 pounds. You know, nothing spectacular. You know, nothing that great. My dad one time, I mean, I've told this story before. I'll tell it again. This one time, my older brother, who was heavyset growing up, he was in line for the go-karts at Maury's Pier in Wildwood, New Jersey. And my brother, who was 13 at the time, was heavyset, and he was tall for his age, so I guess he thought he was like older. These couple of frat boys were fucking with him while he was in the go-karts. They spun his car around. They were like just completely ramming him. My older brother and everything spun his car around. My older brother started crying in the car. Without hesitation, my dad just pushed everybody aside. He jumped onto the fucking go-kart track, jumped onto the go-kart of the guy who did it, click, took the fucking dude out of the fucking thing, threw him on the go-kart track, jumped on top of him with fucking dudes going around him. Why the fuck did you do that to my son? Why the fuck did you do that to my fucking son? You motherfucker! And I watched the guy piss himself. Yep. His other buddy got out of his car and ran. The whole place just stopped. My dad, he would have murdered this guy. Okay? And it was at that moment that I realized my dad fucking loves me. I love my dad. My dad fucking loves me. He'll do anything for me. My dad's amazing. But like I said, my dad's a real man. He's not one of you fake ass toxic alpha men weirdos. You know, if you want to take lessons on how to be a man, talk to my dad. Go get some candy from him. But first, make sure you have permission from your parents. Have them call my dad. Yeah, my dad's awesome. My dad is just, he's the best. Yeah, I lucked out in the dad department. But like I was saying before, you know, I'm lucky enough to have like a positive male role model in my life. Okay? And that's what everybody should want. That's what every man should strive to be. Alright? My dad doesn't have a social media account. Doesn't care about trying to please other people. My dad just does what he does and enjoys his life. And he's the greatest. And I fucking love him. And like, he's just like, you know, who everybody should be. He's just the nicest guy. And like I said, I'm very fortunate to have him as my father. Unfortunately, we live in a society where men are really just garbage nowadays. And it's sad. But I love the fact that women are taking advantage of their garbageosity. Garbageosity, sure, why not? I'm a lexicon, I'll create a new word. Garbageosity. The art of being a garbage human being is garbageosity. There you go. Where you live, garbageosity. But yeah, you don't need to be a negative person anymore. It's like really uncool. And women, I support you. I'm an OnlyFans model. I'm with you. Okay? Part of the reason why I became an OnlyFans model is so that I can have solidarity with the women. I support what you do. I love women. They are the greatest thing on earth outside of skee ball. They're great. I love women. And that's why I just don't get why men are so bad to them. You know, treat women with respect. I do. I think that's why girls like hanging out with me. Because I'm not. It's if you are a non-threatening male, if you are able to treat women androgynously, I guess is the best way to put it. Just the same as everybody else. That's why, you know, it was crazy because like I used to, like, back when I was hanging out at the Comedy Store, celebrities used to like hanging out with me. And the reason why is because I didn't get all like geeked out, because I just treated them as people. That's what they are. They're just people at the end of the day, you know. And I am a people too. They're just on a different level. They are on the idiot box or the movie screen. And people think that they know these people because they're on the idiot box or the movie screen. But in all actuality, these people are just overpaid puppets for corporate America. But they're my friends, and I wish them well. But yeah, women, keep buying houses, keep getting educated, keep being awesome. I support everything you do. Men, stop being so toxic. Realize that women are amazing. And also just fucking stop. Don't be a dick. Be nice. You catch more flies with sugar than you do with alpha males. Not like you want to be catching flies. I guess maybe if you have a pet frog or something. I don't know. That's an old stupid whatever. I don't know. People say dumb things and I always correct them. Like, what was that thing somebody said? The road to insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And I question everything, okay? That's what you should do with religion, with politics, with everything. You should question everything. And whenever you hear some sort of information, question the source. Always question the source. Always question the information. Be skeptical about everything. But, oh, fuck. I completely forgot what I was going to say. Now I just set that up. Oh, yeah. I always question everything. And when someone said to me that the road to insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, I was like, that's the definition of practice. Like, if you go practice basketball, you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. That's not insanity, unless you're playing basketball in an insane asylum. But, like I said, question everything. Question everything. Do it. And men, like I said, women are amazing. And stop being a dick. That's all. All right. Glad we had this talk. And if there's any OnlyFans models that want to collaborate with me, I'm at One Man Sausage Party on OnlyFans. Hit me up in the DMs. I'll be waiting. Right. All right. I'll talk to you later. Take care. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye. Stay awesome.